Hi everyone! In this segment, I'll be showing you how to polish art clay, metal clay, bronze, and with a detail. So I'm going to get into all the nooks and crannies and polish the surface beautifully without affecting or destroying the detail. I'll do this using my 3M bristle brushes. I like to use the 6-ply in a 220 grit, a 400 grit, a 6 micron, a 1 micron. Then I'm going to follow with our 3S Fine Scotchbrite wheel and finish with a beautiful polish using our felt wheel and my JOOLTOOL compound. Now this wheel is actually this beautifully nice white wheel, but I've used it so it'll end up looking like that. So let's get started. All right, as I said, I'll be using the 220 grit brush. Let me zoom in here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. That should be right. Okay, now remember, all my videos are in real time, so it should take you about the same time as I do. Now, we're going to use the bristle brush at high speed. Now, just keep in mind when you're using the bristles, they sweep into crevices and areas. So don't just randomly polish like that, hoping that you'll get into them. Kind of be a little strategic. For example, if I want to get along this area, I know the bristles are going to be flowing in this area, so I'll follow that. If I want to get into this circle, I kind of tilt it this way, get the bristles going on in this direction. So just have that in mind when you're using the brushes. So I'm going to run it at full speed and I'm going to hold it nicely and support it from the back and push directly into the brush. So I kind of tilt it here, tilt it around. And already, as you can see, I've already developed a nice clean effect. I didn't hold it there for a long time. Remember, this is a 220 grit, and if you hold it there way too long, it can start to destroy your detail or take it away. So you just kind of want to make sure you got into all those nooks and crannies, kind of twist it around, give it some different angles. You can kind of zhuzh it on the corners a little. And maybe I'll do the back side, kind of hold it in, feed it in like that. And see what we got. Oh, that came out pretty. Look at that. So from that to this, and so we already have this finish from before to after. So I'm going to zip through these because you shouldn't be doing these for too long. And just repeat at a 400 grit. Why not? I'll just put some here. Maybe in the nooks and crannies, we're good to go. Okay. Oh, and actually, I'm going to get into this little nook and cranny just a little bit more. I think, oh, we're all good. That looks good. Maybe right in here. And there you go. So the next stages are going to be polishing. So at a 6 micron, this is what we call a pre-polish. And this is going to start developing a beautiful polish. So your finish will start arriving at this stage. Okay. Oh, that looks gorgeous. So already we've developed a nice polish. And you see, it's not a completely bright polish. Like I said, we call this a pre-polish. And so the green brush will take it to that really beautiful high luster. And this one, you don't have to worry about this brush removing the detail because it's very, very fine. It's just gonna give you a nice polish. So make sure you really thoroughly polish all the nooks and crannies, because this is gonna make you look really nice. Get into that little nooks and crannies. Okay, that should do that. And wow, one more zhuzh. Okay, I hope you guys can see how beautifully polished it is from this to this high gloss polish. Now, if you look closely, the detail work, like let's say on these, I don't know what to call it, these flames, you know, they're kind of rounded over and some have a little bit pitting action going on. This, by, you know, polishing standards, is not okay. However, we can give this a really beautiful, you know, showcase quality finish using our Scotchbrite wheel. Now, what this wheel is going to do is I'm going to kind of hold it flat and just follow all the design to show you guys. You know, I actually want to use a black permanent marker. Does anyone have a black permanent marker? And this is a technique that I like to show when you're doing detail work or you're not sure exactly where, you know, you're touching. It's in my bag actually, guys. Yeah. Sorry, hang on, guys. I just really want to make sure the video, and you know, it's a real-time video. There's no editing. So I'm going to just take a regular Sharpie. Here you go, black. And I'll just kind of highlight certain areas that I want to make sure the Scotchbrite touches. And this way you guys can see everything that I'm doing because it's not so dull anymore. They're polished. So that should allow you guys to see what I'm doing. Okay, so do you guys see how I blackened some of the little flames? And I'll just do the edges as well. So I'm gonna hold it flat up against the wheel. I'm not gonna use the edge. We wanna hold it flat, and you can see already how beautifully flat, and you just kinda wanna follow it and see. And if an area is not quite touching, go to the edge and you find it. You know, it's kinda almost like a little artistic. You gotta hold it there a little till it smooths down an edge. That's beautiful. I think I got the whole flame. And so now I'm gonna go to the edges. So you just hold it there and glide. And if you can't get it in one shot, go back over it. And that's it. So if I want to get to this little edge too, I'll hold it, or this little edge right here. Work on this side. I hold it flat, or I just hold it right here, and you're going to glide left to right. You know, if you notice, I don't hop around or do this. You don't do that because it could like leave an uneven surface behind. So if you're gonna try to get into this area, I hold it flat, get a nice flat spot. We call it the sweet spot, and then you push in and go in. So find your sweet spot and then you push in. And then here you can work off the edge because it's a curve, and kind of work back in there and get that fine finish. And then when you're done, you drop it. So that way you have a nice fluid finish. You see that? So this is what it looked like before. Really uneven, and this is what the Scotchbrite provides. Very quick and it's clean. I'll go ahead and do the other side. So you just want to hold it flat. You see how many lines it has, how uneven that surface is. Can you guys see that? Yeah, from that angle I can see it. So I'm going to hold it there just a little longer to let those lines kind of get burnished. So you hold it there and work its way. Magic, beautiful. So you can see through the wheel. I'm working the wheel, and now I'm going to push it inward, kind of work it down, work it up, work it down, and then I'll work it one more over to give that extra smooth zhuzh. Kind of like a little rocking chair. You know, I'm moving my whole body right now. It's so much fun. Right here. And now if I wanted to get into these little details, you just hold it right here, and I'll smooth that area down. See? see, look, all the pits and disgusting area. Look how that just got rid of that right before your eyes. You guys see that? Same here. There's like a line. Actually, I want to show you guys that real quick. You guys see that? Let me zoom in. Am I going to be able to show them this? Right here. There's like a line. Yeah, right there. Do you guys see that line right here? Watch how the Scotchbrite wheel will eliminate that. Just stay right there. I'll show you guys that in a second. I just want to stabilize my hand and kind of like hold it like as like a little tool rest. And I hold the piece up against the wheel. And look, it's gone. Let me do the other side while I'm at it. Okay. But that one area, look. Do you see how polished we got that? There you go. Very nice. So now we're just going to go straight to the felt wheel. And this is the felt wheel. Remember, it also comes white, brand new. So I'll run this all at high speed. And I'll go ahead and give myself a generous amount of compound. I like to start in the middle and pull it all the way down, even to the very edge. Sometimes we use that. So I'll go ahead. I like to kind of surprise myself and do all the boring areas first. And then I like to do the, you know, the real pretty area. So I hold it all here, and you guys can see it polish up really quick and beautifully. Pretty easy. And then again, I'm going to feed it in and feed it back down. And you can see how you get that beautiful polish. Okay, so then we'll be doing that again. I'm going to get into all the little nooks and crannies. See, this is why it helps to put the compound even on the edge. Give myself some more. Work on this side. Hold it flat. Remember, just find where you are. And now just hold it, press firmly, and just go right up against the edge. Because it's curved, that's the reason why I'm using the edge. But even though I'm using the edge, you don't see me, you know, slide off the wheel like that. I just gently go like this, work on the edge, work on the edge, and then I drop it. There you go. See that beautiful finish? So now I'm going to surprise myself with the beautiful surface. So again, I just hold it there, polish all those high-low spots. And you can really see what's happening right up under the wheel. If there's an area I can't get to, I'll use the edge and kind of work my way into all the detail. And then do the edges just like I had polished earlier. I had worked on the Scotchbrite earlier. Hold on. See, that'll happen when you're working on the edge, so don't worry, because I'm really working on the edge. And then you get into that little detail area. Oh, gorgeous. Okay, and we're done. That is looking beautiful. Just a little touch here and I'm done. Okay. Let me just wipe it down if I have. I really don't have any compound, but I just want to give it one little zhuzh of a polish. So right here you guys can see this is what we started off with. The inside detail work is really dull, and then this area is polished inside, and the beautiful detail work on the top has kind of been brought to life. So we have a nice like kind of dimensional look. So the sides are beautifully finished, and the top has this gorgeous finish to it. So the polish has been done professionally, so I don't have any kind of pits or anything on the metal. Okay, I hope you guys can see how beautiful this came out. It's gorgeous. So do you see how the light reflects even there? That's how it'll look on someone's wrist. It'll just catch the reflection of the light and just gleam. And again, if you guys have any questions, please email us at support@jooltool.com, and we'd love to help answer any questions. And if you do need to get into even tighter nitty-gritties, don't forget we have our mini 3M bristle brushes or our felt wheels if you wanted to use them. And some of these items can be found in our silversmithing kit. So again, if you have any questions, feel free to give us a holler. Happy jewel tooling!